All right.
All right, January 6th, dude. You've been watching the stupid primetime
No, I don't
Hollywood
have.
produced
I don't have TV. I don't
January
have prime
6th. You caught any clips or anything?
time. No, nothing.
Liz Cheney was, I guess, introduced a tweet from Trump into evidence, but she only read half the tweet. She didn't read the other half.
Huh.
You know, I guess I'm paraphrasing. Trump said something about the Patriots are just doing what they believe is right.
Right.
And this is the part she puts into evidence.
Huh.
Well, if you'd keep reading the friggin' tweet, he says, I want you guys to be peaceful and go home.
Right.
She didn't read that part.
Well,
This whole thing is a scam, dude.
she is retarded, Liz Cheney. That's
So
that's
Democrats
a
can't run on. What are they going to run on, dude? Gas prices, inflation?
Yeah, look how high we can make gas
Housing?
prices. Well, again, they run on the make believe issues. Like, look how bad the climate is. We're all gonna die in 2 years, right? So they run on the make believe issues. Look how bad racism is in America. We're gonna fix that by giving free money out. So
So if
that's
they
what
were
they
doing
run
a
on.
real investigation, we
Yeah.
would discover that because Trump asked for extra security. He wanted to implement the National Guard for security there.
Yeah.
And he introduced that to Bowser and Pelosi, and they both turned him down. It's because they had a plan, dude.
I see.
They knew all these people were going to be there. They knew Trump was going to speak. They had that Ray Epps guy and 25 other FBI guys dressed up like patriots telling everybody, hey, tomorrow we're going to go to the Capitol. Make sure we go to the Capitol. And then the day of Trump was giving the speech, you could see Ray Epps. People are filming them. Come on, guys, the Capitol's this way. We got to go to the Capitol.
Dude, how is this possible? We have 86 people. Well, now 81 people. And that are watching us right now. So make sure you share. Share this video. And we didn't even start on time or anything. Hit the share button, people. Share it all around
Yeah,
so more people
we
can
didn't
see
start on
this.
time because you were late.
Yeah. Well, you also wanted to go have a smoke outside
Yeah.
after. Anyway.
So, if they did a real investigation, they would find out that Pelosi worked with the FBI and probably the CIA and all these other groups.
Yeah.
They wanted to rile these guys up. So on the day that happened, one side of the building of the Capitol, the cops were waving people in, and the only reason we know this is because some patriot people were taking videos of it.
Right.
On the other side of the Capitol, the cops were trying to instigate them. They were throwing tear gas at them. 2 guys were hit in the head with these tear gas canisters and died, which they won't tell you.
Right.
They said the guy. So one guy that got hit in the head with a tear gas canister that died, he's been labeled as he died of like a heart attack at a Trump rally. They were calling January 6th a Trump rally.
Huh.
And another guy died, and another woman was beaten to death. I don't know her name.
That
Ashley Babbitt was
shot in the neck.
Yeah.
But the woman that was beaten to death, I seen that video where there was like 3 or 4 cops piled on her, beating her with nightsticks. Why didn't anybody in her?
Listen, there were we were waving flags before the election. There was this old couple that would come out because we
Yeah.
were waving flags like 6 days a week
Yeah.
in different locations. I would see them at like 3 or 4 flag wavings for months. Anyways, they went to January 6th. They were there.
Right.
And I remember them coming back, and they were both telling me the story about how they watched this woman get beaten to death and left in a pool of her own blood.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what are you talking about? I thought they were crazy. And you didn't hear anything about it.
No. No. Because that
Until
doesn't matter.
recently.
Yeah.
So,
Wow.
Democrats can't run on anything. All they can do is, what they're trying to do is they would like to get Trump arrested
Right.
for inciting all of this, which he didn't do.
Right. Well, the second impeachment failed. That's what they wanted to do. They wanted to take him to trial, right after J6.
Well, if they can arrest him, that would look bad.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That would look bad, just the optics of it, even though he
Right.
didn't do anything wrong.
Right.
How many people? And then the media can just run that footage over and over again about him getting arrested, him in cuffs. That'll be on the TV nonstop if they could figure out a way to do that.
Right.
But our government's so corrupt, they could do that to anybody.
Oh, yeah. For sure. What did they just do? Pete Navarro,
He didn't do nothing.
he was arrested by the FBI the day after he claimed that he might take the charge on Biden's impeachment. What is this? I mean, people, if you still think you live in a free country, you're probably delusional. I mean, because look, you don't have the right to private property. You don't have the right to a political opinion, right? You can only go with the narrative. Your Second Amendment rights are about to be stripped away, right? And mind you, to clarify why you don't have the right to private property, try buying a piece of land right now and see how many government agencies are going to interfere so that you can't do whatever you want with it, okay? Yeah. I've had that experience a couple times in the past year.
So that Navarro guy,
Yeah.
Liz, he said is
Yeah.
a block away from an FBI office. He said they
Yeah.
could have, and he talked to him the day before.
Yeah.
And he said, if you guys need me to come in or come down or whatever, but he had something that they wanted and he wouldn't give it to him because it has something to do with executive privilege. And,
Right.
and it had nothing to do with him, it had to do with Trump.
Right.
And if he would have given up something, that would have violated Trump's rights.
Right, exactly. As a former president, he still
Yeah.
has some Secret Service clearance and all that stuff. But
So instead, they waited for him to go to the airport because they knew his itinerary. They knew he was going to go do the Huckabee show or something. They waited for him to get to the airport, and just about as he was getting ready to get on the plane, that's when they bum rushed him and arrest him, and you know what I mean? Scoundrels, dude.
yeah,
Do you remember when the BLMers were having their riots in D.C. and they tried to burn down the White House?
yeah,
They had to evacuate Trump. Remember the media made fun of him
yeah,
because Trump was evacuated?
yeah.
They thought that. I wonder how funny they think it would be if a bunch of Proud Boys went down there and tried to burn the White House down, and Biden has to get evacuated. What would happen? Because nothing happened to those fuckers who did that.
Yeah.
Nothing, dude.
Oh man, we would all be fucking
they were
rounded up.
encouraged
Yeah.
to keep going by the crooked ass media
Yeah, you're peaceful.
and the Democrat politicians.
Yeah. Who says a protest needs to be peaceful? That's legitimately what they were pushing. And then patriots have an actual peaceful protest
Yep.
in the Capitol. And they're, oh my God, insurrection. And then they talk about it 2 years from now.
It's so
and it's a witch
ridiculous.
hunt. It's a political witch hunt.
I hope Republicans have the balls to flip this around when we get the House and the Senate and to do this the right way and get some of these people.
Yeah.
Lock them up.
Lock them up, yeah.
Impeach.
Yeah. A lot of
All
these
of
people
them.
need to be arrested, man. Nancy Pelosi needs to fucking rot in prison for the rest of her life. Her and her husband, her and her disgusting drunk alcoholic husband who has no regard for, driving a 2021 Porsche around drunk.
She's been a
Bunch of
congresswoman for
assholes.
decades, and
Yeah.
she's made at least $100 million.
Yeah.
Being
Insider
crooked.
trading.
Yeah.
Our money that we invest, they already have like pre-knowledge. They're already predisposed. Like, they have some clearance as to what's going to go up and what's going to come down. So they basically steal our money from the stock market.
So, how many riots were there? BLM riots?
Some 200 something.
No, closer to 600.
Oh, man. Wow.
Every one of them caused way more damage than January 6th.
Yeah.
The
one.
They burnt people's businesses down.
Yeah.
That they worked their whole lives for.
Yeah.
How many cops were injured during all these BLM riots? Hundreds of them, dude.
Yeah. And the media egged it on.
Remember in Portland, they tried to quick cement the doors shut while they burned a courthouse down with
Yeah.
federal employees inside?
Yeah. Or was that not an insurrection? It's been investigated. Nobody even looked into it. Why
These
aren't these
Democrats get away with everything, dude.
Of course.
Enrique Tarrio's back in prison.
Yeah.
They rearrested him a long time ago. They said for insurrection. Yeah. Do you know how close we were to having Enrique Tarrio be our president? Taking over the whole government.
Yeah.
What a joke, dude.
I know.
I don't know,
believe
man. We live in some weird times.
I know.
So the insurrection was leading up to voting day, and
Right.
I just say
That's the
200
thing.
donkeys because I don't. If I say the other thing, Facebook's more
2,000
lenient.
donkeys?
200 donkeys. If you say 2,000 mules
Oh.
on YouTube, you'll get a strike.
Oh.
Our elections are so legit
You
that
can't
if you
question
say
it.
they weren't, we'll ban you.
Yeah.
We'll
You know why we're in the status?
pull your channel.
Right. We're here right now.